for a second. I had to.
No problem. Go ahead. Just keep playing. I'm just reading.
Yep, I'll start playing again.
Yeah, Bernard Marcus, World Trade Center. Stephen F. Macy, World Trade Center. Ada Mason,
Whether it's
Pentagon.
the familiarity of trading the
Nicholas,
same markets as Wall Street
Nick,
or the lower initial
Massey, World
investment,
Trade
there are
Center.
distinct.
Patricia Ann Massey, World Trade Center. Michael Masroli, World Trade Center. Philip Mastrandri, World Trade Center. Rudolph, MastrociNQUE, World Trade Center. Joseph Matthey, World Trade Center. Charles William Mathers, World Trade Center. William Mathers, World Trade Center. Margaret Elaine Mattick, World Trade Center. Marcy McKinnon, World Trade Center. Dean Matson, Pentagon. Robert D. Matson, World Trade Center. Walter Mazout, World Trade Center. Timothy Mood, Pentagon. Charles Maru, World Trade Center. Charles A.J. Maru, World Trade Center. Dorothy Maru, World Trade Center. Nancy Maru, World Trade Center. Robert Maxwell, Pentagon. Renee May, American Airlines 77. Tyrone May, World Trade Center. Keith Roy, Menard, Emergency Room. Robert J. Moy, World Trade Center. Delish Massey, Emergency Room. Edward J. Massey, World Trade Center. Jennifer Mazzotto, World Trade Center. Karen Mabe, World Trade Center. James J. McLary, World Trade Center. Bryant McLeast, Emergency Room. Patricia McNear, World Trade Center. Colin Richard McCarr, World Trade Center. John Kevin McVoy, World Trade Center. Kevin McBarry, World Trade Center. McBee Brandon, World Trade Center. Charles McBain, World Trade Center. Michael Justin McBain, World Trade Center. Thomas J. McCain, World Trade Center. Let's go here. Justin McCarthy, World Trade Center. Kevin McCarthy, World Trade Center. Michael Desmond McCarthy, World Trade Center. Robert Calvin McCarthy, World Trade Center. Stephen McCloskey, World Trade Center. Katie McCloskey, World Trade Center. Tara Gray McLeod, World Trade Center. Are you playing any music or want me to just turn it on? James? Oh, there we go. Julian Valentine McCourt, United Airlines 174. Madeline McCourt, 174. Charles Austin McCrane, World Trade Center. Tonya McDay, World Trade Center. Matthew McDuke, World Trade Center. Joseph McDonald, World Trade Center. Brian McDonald, World Trade Center. Michael Patrick, World Trade Center. Madame, John Maddow, World Trade Center. Edmund McNeary, World Trade Center. John McLaren, World Trade Center. Catherine McRae, World Trade Center. Daniel McGinley, World Trade Center. Mark R. McGinley, World Trade Center. William Ginn, World Trade Center. Thomas McGinnis, World Trade Center. Michael McGinney, World Trade Center. Ann McGovern, World Trade Center. Scott McGovern, World Trade Center. William McGovern, Stacy McGovern, World Trade Center. Francis McCune, World Trade Center. Thomas McGinnis, American Airlines 11. Patrick McHugh, World Trade Center. Thomas Mahel, World Trade Center. Keith Mahaffey, World Trade Center. Michael Yu, World Trade Center. Ann Mahue, World Trade Center. Dennis Mahue, World Trade Center. Dennis Mahue, Emergency Room. Robert McClellan, World Trade Center. Donald James McIntyre, Emergency Room. Stephanie Marie McKinney, World Trade Center. Molly McInnes, Pentagon. Barry McCone, World Trade Center. Evelyn McKinney, World Trade Center. Daryl George McLaughlin, World Trade Center. Robert McLaughlin, World
All
Trade
right,
Center.
I'm having a problem with this one.
No problem. Go ahead. I'll play music on this end. We're good. Got it.
We're not.
I'm good.
We're just gonna not do that one. I want to go to this one.
All right, go ahead.
I want to
Whatever you
play
just
national anthem.
all right, go ahead.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly
Okay.
can help. This
Uh,
sentence is grammatically
James.
correct.
Donald James McIntyre, Emergency Room. Stephanie McKinney, World Trade Center. Molly McGree's Pentagon. Barry McCone, World Trade Center. Evelyn McKinney, World Trade Center. Daryl McKinney, World Trade Center. George McLaughlin Jr., World Trade Center. Robert McLaughlin Jr., World Trade Center. Gavin McCone, World Trade Center. Robert Mahone, Emergency Room. Amon McNeely, World Trade Center. Daniel McNeil, World Trade Center. Walter Arthur McNeil, World Trade Center. Christine Shelley, World Trade Center. John McNulty, World Trade Center. Robert McPendy, Emergency Room. Terrence McShane, Emergency Room. Timothy McSwaney, Emergency Room. Martin McWilliams, Emergency Room. Rocky McDillon, World Trade Center. Abigail Medina, World Trade Center. And Anna Iris Medina, World Trade Center. Deborah McWig, United Airlines 175. Domini World Trade Center. William Maheen, World Trade Center. Alak Batat, World Trade Center. Raymond Mesherburn, Emergency Room. Manuel Image, World Trade Center. Eska Maki, World Trade Center. Antonia Melendez, World Trade Center. Mary Melendez, World Trade Center. Christopher Mello, American Airlines 11. Yelena Melnifico, World Trade Center. Stuart Matzer, World Trade Center. We got Giovanna Manina, World Trade Center. Dora Machaca, World Trade Center. Charles Mendez, Emergency Room. Lizette Mendoza, World Trade Center. Giovanna Mintes, World Trade Center. Peter Menzo, United Airlines 175. Stephen McCardle, Emergency Room. Wesley Mercer, World Trade Center. Robert J. Merskew, World Trade Center. Alan Mergding, World Trade Center. George Marino, World Trade Center. Marino, World Trade Center. ER. George Marcus, World Trade Center. Deborah Murick, World Trade Center. Raymond Mertz III, World Trade Center. Jill Mertz, World Trade Center. David Myers, World Trade Center. Mahi, World Trade Center. Yasmin Mahi, World Trade Center. William World Trade Center. Martin McSteen, World Trade Center. Patricia Mackley, Pentagon. Ravella Mayer, World Trade Center. Ronald Milan, Pentagon. Peter Milan, World Trade Center. Gregory MilanowYC, Z, World Trade Center. Lesky Milewski, World Trade Center.
America.
Douglas Miller, Emergency Room. Henry Miller, Emergency room. Robert Miller, World Trade Center. Peter Miller, World Trade Center. James Miller, World Trade Center. Joel Miller, World Trade Center. Michael Miller, World Trade Center. Nicole Miller, United 93. Philip Miller, World Trade Center. Alan Robert Miller, World Trade Center. What are you doing there, buddy? There you go. I see what you're doing. Okay. We got Nicole Miller, United 93. Philip Miller, World Trade Center. Robert Allen Miller, World Trade Center. Benjamin Milliman, World Trade Center. Charles Mills, World Trade Center. Ronald Milston, World Trade Center. Robert Manerna, World Trade Center. William Monarney, World Trade Center. Louis Manavino, World Trade Center. Thomas Miguelone, ER. Wilbert. Hey, James, mute yourself out. James, mute yourself out. James, hit mute. Wilbert Morrell, Dominic McCuffey, World Trade Center. James. James, can you hear me? James. James. James, hello, all about Jesus. I know you can hear me. God bless you. James is not muting himself out, so he can't hear. So you can hear me good. Thank you. James. James. Can you hear me, James? James, can you hear me? James, can you hear me? Can you hear me, James? Hello, James, can you hear me? James.
Yes, sir. I had to volume all the way down. My bad.
Yeah. No. Yeah, when you play this song, just mute yourself out. Mute your thing. Because when you're walking around, it's making all the noise. That's all.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry. All right. Here we go.
Rookie. Jarhead.
Nah, don't worry. We're all good. Well, what I'm going to do now anyway, I am at 1822 and I have another 500, but I'm going to come back on a little later here because I have a meeting in 25 minutes that I got to get ready for. But after that, I will be back and we will continue this list. And yeah, James, don't worry about it, James. It's okay, bro. We're all in the motion. Okay. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us. James, again, be ready, James. You'll see when I pop on again and I'll finish the
Invite
next
me, I'll get the alert.
30 names. Yes. But we'll come back on probably a very nice thing to do, Edward and James, of course. All about Jesus. Listen, we had to celebrate their life. It's 9/11, and every person who passed away that year and that day, we celebrate their families, we celebrate their lives. And
this was his thing. He started this. I'm just here helping him. I'm audio. I don't even read it. I'm audio. I'm music.
Yeah, but it's okay. But James, you're still part of it. You're helping me out, man. That's
I know. I appreciate it. You brought me along. I appreciate it. I got to get better. I'm making noise, coughing, doing all this in the background. I had the music. I had the sound turned all the way down, so I wouldn't wear you out.
Yeah.
Because it's really loud. If I have it, if I have the volume turned where I have it right now, you wouldn't be able to talk.
Yes, exactly. But it's all good. I just want to make sure everybody's okay. So,
Okay.
but again,
We're good to
thank you,
go.
James. I will be back. We will start. Remember the number, James. 1,822. 1,822. We have
What's the number?
1,822. 1,822.
I'm writing it down.
And and we have to go
1,822.
So you see the number? We had to go to 2382. See that? So we're at one. See that? So we'll go there and
I don't see nothing.
We'll get everything done. And you can't see the screen at the top?
No.
The title. It says the title.
Oh, the title. Right.
You see the title? Chat.
I just got a picture of it.
Third list, 1,201 to 20. Yeah. So we're at 1,000. All About Jesus put it 1,822. We got to finish today at 2,382. So we got 500 more to go, a little bit. And then tomorrow we'll do the last 585, and we would have read all 2,977 names of our fallen American heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice for freedom on 9/11. And tomorrow will be 9/11, where we will celebrate their lives. Yeah.
And then
there you go.
I'm gonna what I'm gonna do. It's gonna take me a while. I'm not gonna do it immediately because that's a lot of reading. I'm gonna let my voice heal, and I'm gonna research it and get a list composed. I know there's a list. I can find it. I know it'll be on the military website. But I'll get together a list of all the military deaths that served in Afghanistan due to that building collapsing. I'll get on here and read all the military deaths in Afghanistan.
That'd be nice. There's I think there's a little bit under 5,000.
It'll take me forever, but
no, it won't.
Just get on here and start reading. And
yep.
500 a night, 250 a night.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.